later, I'm gonna, okay, anyway. Hi, this is me, Raphael, the world's medium, for another episode, another moment for the RTWM Tarot Live every Sundays. I'm a psychic and a medium. I do tarot readings. I'm also I connect with spirits, and you can ask all the questions you want to ask about love, work, money, destiny. I'm here every Sunday. It's free. You can join me on Zoom or ask your question on Facebook. Usually the priority is for the people that join me on Zoom because I can talk to them, I can see them, and Facebook doesn't always leave me the message on time on the Facebook page. But you never know, you might get lucky. Today is Sunday, it's amazing, it's fabulous. I'm going to admit the new people we have waiting on the side. So I'm going to click admit. Let me see on the side who is hanging on the side. And then there's two other participants I'm going to let in as well. Gabriela, she's probably in, I think. Yeah, okay, she's here. And who else are the participants that are on the side? Actually, it's just me. No, yeah. I don't know what's going on. I think it's working. All right. So basically, Gabriela, if you want to ask any question, I can see you on the side. I don't hear you. I don't see you. I can imagine you, visualize you. Can you say something so we can all hear you? And I see that Han, who was here last week, is back. Welcome to the meeting. Thank you for coming. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for joining me for the RTWM Tower Live, where you can ask questions about love, work, money. You want to know what's going to happen in your life. I can see Han already. Put a bit more light so you will look even more glorious. Gabriela, I can see you. You have the right lighting. Perfect. Welcome. Where are you from, Gabriela, by the way? Which country are you calling us from? I can't hear you. Let me see if I click this button. Okay, maybe now I can. I still can't. Thank you, Zoom. Never works. But it's fun. At least we're laughing, you know? So never mind, Gabriela, if I can't hear you, I can see you, which is a good start. And you can type in your question because for some weird reason, it seems that nobody can hear anything. Can you hear me? Yeah, of course, because I talk so much, right? Okay, and Han can hear me too. Well, anyone can ask that question today. I'm gonna pick a first tarot, a crystal tarot, and see a little bit what is happening today. What is the mood? What is the vibe? Is it good? Is it bad? What is the message of the day for everyone who's watching right now? All right, so let's see what the vibe is, what the crystal tarot want to tell you. I've been using the crystal tarot for a little while. I like it because it's a little bit, it's more abstract. What they tell you is a little more, it leaves room for imagination and intuition. It's not exactly fixed what every card say, but I find it very good for me to feel the vibe of the moment when I see one of these crystals. So let me see what is the vibe for today. I haven't picked any card today. This is my first one. Spiritual awakening. Well, that's the right card for the right moment. Today is the moment when I feel I'm gonna have people asking me about how to connect with spirits and how to become, maybe how to read cards. I might have questions about that. We're gonna see what is happening. Gabriela is still trying to figure out how I could hear her, but it's strange because I see your mic. It says that I should be hearing you. Maybe I'm the one who's, oh yeah, I know why. I'm the one who had a problem, I think. Let me see, internal speaker. You know that in a little while, we will have this, let me see what's happening, this Mercury retrograde that always destroys all our electronics. And I think that right now, I'm the one who has a problem with the computer. Anyway, that's not fun. Sorry, people. Let me see this one, you know. I should have checked that before the meeting. But anyway, yesterday it was working. So let me see a little bit. So, oh, this is so annoying. Until microphone is good. And then I should hear you. Oh, okay, I got a message. Okay, I got a message from you, Gabriela. But let me just see what the mic's not working. That's really annoying me. Into a microphone, that should be fine. So output, maybe it's this one. Maybe it's going to work. Can someone say something? No? How bizarre. Anyway, never mind. I got your question. So let me open the chat little section and see what you just told me. And then I'm going to be able to read it and then see. Okay, Italy. Great. But you're calling from Santa Monica, but that's still fine. You know, it sounds a bit Italian as well. So your husband has a first interview for a new job. Will he get a job? So let's see with the Tarot de Marseille Tarot, and see what it has to say. So let me shuffle it and see if your husband's gonna get the job or not. So I'm curious to see. Shuffling. Let me see. Okay. Let me see the positive and negative and what is going on. Oh, I think no, I have to say no, because the card that I get is like the sword reversed. When it's like that, usually it says like it's a contract, something you sign. When it's like that, it's like no. The problem is that I think it's hard to interpret, but I feel that the people that are interviewing him are really bad, very difficult to deal with. They're very strict, I find, in how they see him, and they think maybe he's a little bit too kind and too kind of like that. You know, your husband is a bit like that, and they don't expect that. They want someone who's going to be a bit of a a bitch, not a bitch, but someone who's very much like clack, 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 you know, like these people working for the tax, or, you know, these kind of people. They want someone who's very strict, like 1 is 1 is 1, 2 is 2. Do not use your heart, do not be a flake. This is what they want. This is how they are, these people. That's why they don't want him. He's too nice, if I may say. And they wanted someone who's a bitch. Not a bitch, but who's very strict, very like clack, clack, clack. So either he becomes stronger and more like, you know, more like tiger kind of style, but I don't know if that's what he is. He's not like that. He doesn't like that. He doesn't like to be bitchy. He doesn't like to judge people. He's a kind person. He's more like creative, kind. I could see him like, you know, maybe selling things to people or communicating with people. Hello, how are you? That kind of thing. You know, I can see him in this kind of world. So the job he was applying for was not right for him anyway. So it was not a good call. But maybe he felt it was going to be, or maybe he will feel that it was going to be a good deal for him or something. But this is not his vibe. He's not like that. So what I would recommend is for him to start applying maybe for jobs that are more like him, and where people, you know, like, there's a lot of jobs that are connected to organic stuff, or helping the planet, or helping the people, or creating beautiful things, or things with children. Or I can see him more in these kind of things where it's about kindness, sharing, and making things more beautiful. I see him more in that kind of things. So he was not applying for the right job, and when they saw him, they just saw, no. You know, even if it was a good deal, that's what happened. So, you know, but and people judge him very much as well. I see it is somebody who's very kind, and people have a tendency to judge him and say, oh, you anyway, you know, this and that. They're hard on him. They're difficult. People are a bit difficult with him. So he needs to be more, you know, like to understand who he's dealing with. If he's dealing with a bitch, he needs to be a bit like that. Yeah, it's like that, unfortunately, right? I hope that answered your question. Yeah, thank you. I still can't hear anyone. I see Unid is back here from, I think, from LA. So let him, hello. You need to be a bitch. Okay, so let me see what is going on with Unid. Are you here? Can I hear you? I don't know. Let me see what's going on Facebook as well, by the way, because
Hello.
this is broadcasting live on Facebook. And let's see if I have some questions, because sometimes I feel bad. People on Facebook are asking me questions, and I get the question like 2 days later when it's far too late. So this time I'm going to try on the system where I have this thing on my phone, and let's see what is going on there, because then I always get the questions like 2 days later, and I'm like, sorry, you know, and it's too late. You missed. That's why you guys are on. You came to Zoom. I can't hear you, unfortunately. But Uni, can you say something? We have a problem with the microphone.
Can you hear me?
Oh yeah, so we don't have a
Okay.
problem. That was Gabriela that had a problem with the mic, probably, you know. So
but she seems to be mute right now.
I couldn't hear her. We had to do a private message, and I thought I had a problem with my computer, but no, it was
No.
She's the one. And Han, do you want to ask a question because you were logged on? Did you want to ask something?
Yes. What about my future in my job?
All
Because
right.
I really want to quit my job, but I don't know which direction I should take.
All right. Let's see what I can see for you. Okay. So let me
Yeah.
shuffle the cards and see job-wise. Let me see first of all what is going on. Okay. Past, present, future. Let's see. So I like what I see. It was very challenging for you in the past. I find, you know, the environment you were in was really killing you. It was really
Yeah.
hard. And I feel that you're starting to speaking up at the moment and saying what you think, what you feel. You know, you're more like affirming yourself. I think you can say that. You're saying more, this is what I want, this is who I am. And even in the world, you are defining more who you are right now. And you're more like, I know this is what I want. That's going to pay off. And I think it's going to bring new openings for you, because you know who you are now and you know how to express that, and that is something that is working for you, and it will work better, and it's going to open a lot of new doors. So keep doing what you're doing, keep defining who you are, and I think it's a lot about taking decisions, leading. I see you more in a leading position in the near future, because what you are saying and expressing at the moment, it's paying off. People are really reacting to it, and you know, it's a little bit like Gabriela's husband, in a sense that people used to take advantage of you and be very tough on you, and now you're changing, and it's working, it's paying off to be more like who you are, and like, you know, this is what it is now, and that's what I want, and then you'll be able to lead everything. So I see you in a more leading position where people don't tell you what to do, and it's exciting. I see like you being able to express, you know, what you want, who you are, and doing things the way you want. So I see new things happening. You might be moving as well, changing area, traveling more with a car. I feel, not necessarily the plane. So I see you more kind of like going around, and much more energy, much more. I see you, much more powerful, much more energy for you in this work. So more decisions and more openings and opening things, controlling things. It's going to be more that way. It's exciting and great people around, and it's very much about the strength and being the boss, you know, kind of, and like developing. Maybe you're going to develop new sections, new, that's what I'm feeling. It's very good. I think April is going to be good of like next year. It's going, you're building something, and it's going to be even better at spring. That's what I'm sensing. Okay, so cool. New opportunities, new things.
Well, that's okay. Perfect. Yeah. That's what I want. Yeah. Thanks. And I was
keep saying what you want, keep expressing who you are, keep deciding what you want, and showing it to people, because that is going to work for you. To be that way.
Yeah. Excellent.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
Merci beaucoup.
Wonderful. Thank you for asking me. Thank you for being back. It's great to see you again. By the way, everyone can subscribe to all my channels and stuff at the same time. If you use YouTube and if you use Instagram and everything, I have added this little thing on the side where everyone can click.
Oh, yeah, okay.
You're connected. Thank you, everybody. Unit, you want to ask a question? I can see you, and the Facebook is still not really working great. So I have to deal with you people on Zoom. But it's great, we're family, right?
I continue with my sort of stupid questions. I mean,
sure, your questions are great. They're all welcome. There's no stupid question.
I mean, what you told me about that guy. I mean, that person.
Yes.
The other, I mean, he turned out to be a psychopath. I think, well, kind of pervert narcissist.
Yes, I understand.
Okay, so now I have another kind of two different questions. Probably more stupid than the last ones, and is how long I'm going to live and how many kids I'm going to have. Do you think?
How long you're going to live?
Yes, I mean more or less. I'm 39. I'm 39 right now. I mean, I just turned 39 2 months ago, I believe.
Well, this is your last hour, so ask the right question. No, I'm kidding. No, I don't respond to these kind of questions, because I find that it is horrible. You know, if I know somebody's going to die next month or whatever, I will not tell them. So I never really reveal when people are going to die, even if I can see it. As with you, I see something like 80. I feel that by face reading your face, you know, I like Chinese traditional medicine. I like the face reading as well. I think you're going to live long. You look healthy. Your face looks like there's something, you have energy, you know, that is staying. And the number I get is like 80, 87. So I think you have a few years to come. You could call me every Sunday. That's
And
like
what about
another
kids?
50 years. So.
And what about kids? What about kids?
Oh,
Do
all
you
right. Let me
have a
see.
family?
Let me see if you're gonna have kids. Let me shuffle the cards and see what is going on. Yeah, because now you know you have so many more years. You're gonna have to find something to
You
do,
need to,
right?
yeah.
Yeah. So let me see if that's gonna be part of the journey. Having kids. So let's see. And they can call me too. Let me see what I see. All right. So once again, with this kind of questions, you know, it's a tarot. If I see something, you know, if I tell you won't have kids, I still encourage you to try. Don't just get, you know, fixed on that. But let's see.
Okay.
I think so. I would say yes, you know, I would say that you will. If you were trying to make kids like out at a, not like a conventional way, you know, if you have to, you know, try with someone, that would involve some paperwork. That's the only thing that would block things. That being said, you have all the potential to have kids. I think you'd be a great dad. And I think I mean, physically and how can I explain it? Destiny wise, you could have kids, you know, so I can see that happening, but you have to already work. If there's some paperwork involved, you know, you need
But
to
biological, if I have them biologically, should I do some paperwork?
No, if you have them biologically, no.
Okay,
If you wanted an agreement with someone, you know, sometimes people want to, you know, do kids with other people, or, you know, like, you know, there's all kind of things nowadays, and everything is possible. So if you did it that way, just be a little bit careful, because the paperwork would be very challenging. Or if you want to adopt one day as well, I see there's something that is a bit challenging on that side. But biologically, you can. I can see that happening. That would work. That would really work. You could really do it. And I think you will. The cards say you will have kids. Yeah.
Oh, great.
You're supposed to have kids, I think, you know, from the destiny wise. Some people are supposed to welcome new kids. Because what I want to say as well, by the way, you know, kids come from, you know, I believe very much in reincarnation, like we reincarnate, you know, we choose where we're going to live. So there's already a soul out there that's trying to be born, and you will be the opening for that child, you know, and some woman. That would be easier. It got to come from somewhere. But there's this soul that wants to be on the planet. It's already there. And it's, if you want to, you know, make him come here, he will.
Okay.
And it could be a boy, by the way.
I would like 2 boys, but you know, everything's fine. Whatever comes.
I feel one already, but I feel yes. Yeah, I can see, and yeah. So I think it's going to happen. Just if there's any paperwork in, you know, start to already think how you would do that and how that would go, or with the right person, or, you know, or see how that would go.
Thank you so much.
That's what I would encourage you to do.
Thank you.
It's so funny. But anyway, you have many years to think about it now, because, yeah, 80, 87. Imagine, maybe Zoom will work then. Maybe in 40 years, Zoom will be like a very good system. It will work with good sound. Facebook will work, or maybe it won't be here anymore, I hope. We'll have better things, you know. So yeah, we have many years to experiment that. So I have another question.
Thank you so much.
You're very welcome. And I can't wait to see your kids, you know, like when your kids will be in the world, you know, shower them to us. I would love to see. I think they're going to be great kids. So now I get another question privately from Gabriela. Okay, that's Marcelo. I'm also from Italy, and here in South America is Gabriela. Okay, but I'm not her husband. All right, I have a question about my current relationship. Is the right relationship for me? Do you think we have a future together? So Marcelo is asking me if his relationship is good and if he has a future with the person that he's with. So let me see the two people. Do you think we have a future together? So let me see. All right. So let me see, Marcelo, you, the other person, what is going to happen? You really want it to work out. I feel like you are very involved in the relationship, but the other person is a little bit like complicated. I would kind of like keep a bit of a the other person criticized a lot. I find sometimes it's someone who likes to criticize and is a little bit like judging, and they don't know. I don't know if they really want to get married or to get a real long-term union, you know, because they have an issue with that. This person doesn't like. It's like it's never gonna work. if we have to become serious together, it's never going to work. That's what the other person thinks. But more like about the technical aspect of it. Maybe because they had a bad experience of their family, or there was divorces, or they feel like it never works. There's no way for us to, you know, this is where the problem is. That's what stopped this other person to be really in the love and to really follow you. There's something about that the other person doesn't want to follow. They don't believe that love is possible, that a union is possible, and they're like, it's never going to work. Look at the situation. We can't make it happen. We can't make it work. That's the problem with the other person. Maybe there's a way to, but I feel that you can lead them to see things differently and bring more hope and say, you know what, I think that can work. This is why, because I can do all the work for the both of us, and I think you can. But you have to convince the other person that, yes, you're strong enough for two to take care of the whole situation. So the other person will feel better about themselves and feel like, well, if you're doing everything, maybe I'm in, maybe I'll stay, maybe I'll, you know. So that's what the other person thinks. You have to do everything, but you have enough energy for two to put everything together and to lead everything. So you need to kind of put more action in the whole situation, more like, okay, you know, this is how it's going to be, this and that. There's a sense of a home as well, I feel. A house, I don't even want to build a house, or I see something. The other person wants to see a stable home, house. That make them feel better, you know. The more everything looks built, developed, strong together, the more the other person will feel secure. They're not secure at all. The other person's like totally insecure, and they need to feel secure. So, and you can make them feel that way. That would really change a lot of things for the both of you. So the question is like, the way it is, no. But if you change everything, yes, it could happen. It's not excluded at all. But you have to fix quite a few things. Yeah, it's you have some work to do. Yeah. All right, cool. Thank you for asking me a question. Now, let me see if finally the Facebook is working and if I get the questions on time and see, because there's millions of people watching on Facebook, you know, everyone wants to know. So let me see if anyone asks a question, if I got them on time. So I'm opening that thing. No, it's not working. Anyway. No, I don't see anything. Let me see. Okay, here it is. Oh, no, I can see here. All right. So there's 14 comments. So apparently people are commenting and asking questions. Oh my God, there's so many questions. All right, now I know. Maybe I did not know how to open the question. All right, so Rose is watching. Hello, Rose from Paris. And Esther as well is watching from Strasbourg, I think. So we have people from everywhere. We have Claudia. I don't know where she's watching from. Hello, Claudia. Thank you for watching. We have Omar from LA, who was last week, I remember. We have Maria Denise Garcia. Can I have a reading? Yes, of course. Type in your question on the Facebook. Type exactly what you want to know, and then I will tell you what the answer is. Now I have Alabra, Aliyah. Can I have a reading about the guy I like and feel about me right now? Okay, so Alabera, let me see. What is this guy thinking about you right now? So let me see. Right, now I got the question. Maybe I didn't know where to click. That's why I was not getting the question. And then we have Jan, who's coming from the kitchen now. All right, I let her in. So let me shuffle the cards a little bit and see what is happening for you, Alabera, Aliyah. Let me see what is going on with your guy. All right, so you're here, he's here, and then let's see what is going on. You're here, he's here. Oh, you know, Alabera, I'm a little bit, hi Jan, welcome. Alabera, I'm a little bit worried about the guy that you are seeing, because unfortunately, I feel that he's not trustworthy. I think he has a plan, he has an agenda, and I would be very careful and double check who he really is. I think he might be lying about money, about what he has, and you know, everything that his possessions. So I think that be careful, you know, double check everything. When you're not sure about someone that you're dating, you know, they told you they had a Ferrari, but you just saw the keyring. That's the kind of situation that unfortunately I can see for you, Alabera. So double check everything about the guy. If he says things that you're not sure about, it might be, you know, he might be a liar. That's what I'm seeing. So sorry about it. Double check everything, check your facts. I think he doesn't have everything that he has, and he might be like, yeah, talking a lot about who he is. And in fact, he's not at all what he was saying he was. So I wish you the best. Check everything with him, and I'll talk to you soon. And thank you for your message on Facebook Live, because now I can read the questions, which is amazing. All right, I have Rose again who tell me that she likes my shirt. Thank you. And then I have Angel DP. If you want to ask any question, once again, type it in on Facebook or Facebook Live. And then I have someone else. Hablan español, sí, un poco, pero hoy todo es en inglés. Disculpa. Pero la próxima vez, posiblemente en español. If you can ask your question in English, it's better because everyone can understand. All right. Now we have Magali Caballero Sanchez desde Paraguay. Okay, welcome, Paraguay. I've never been. I want to see. Ask a question if you want. So Angel is asking, will my marriage sustain? So let me shuffle the cards and tell you if your marriage is strong and if it's going to last and if it's a good marriage. All right, Angel. So let me see. Let me see what is going on. All right. So for you, Angel, your marriage. So let me see what is going to happen. I see you've been really, really heartbroken in this marriage. It's been really, really challenging, super heartbroken, very difficult. Yeah. It's hard for me to really, oh, what happened? I pushed the button. It's hard for me to really tell you yes or no. I feel that it's going to be very difficult to keep it together, this marriage, because someone is really heartbroken, like deeply heartbroken. So I have to say, I'm not sure really, you know, you might want to let go of it, and because the damage is, it's very, very big damage. You're so damaged of this heartbroken, you know, so you might have to call it the end of this wedding, you know. I feel that you are going to move on to something else because you're too broken, too hurt, you know. It's too much pain. So I think, no, I have to say. We have Ritu Baid, who's watching as well. I don't know where from, but hi, Ritu. And we have Lucecita del Cielo. Sounds really good. I love your name. So thank you for watching too. If you want to ask a question, you are very welcome. And now in the Zoom, we have Jan. Do you have any question today? It's great to see you again.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, I can. Now
so you heard me yell at my cat.
No, don't worry. If you do that, be careful because I like cats, you know, so don't do it.
But he was on the piano.
That's fine. There's actually a video on YouTube with a cat that's kind of like chilling on the piano. I don't know if you saw.
So, okay, so my question is my son. So last time we talked about him, but actually he's 12. So he like the money was probably from me.
Yes.
So he's sort of struggling and I'm having a hard time with him because he's 12. So I just want to see how it's going and what I can do to help us and help him.
All right. You know, when I said last time, like something about the money, it could also be like he doesn't feel like he has a lot of support. He doesn't feel strong enough, you know? So it's about giving him strength and self-confidence. It's very much about that. So he needs to feel like he's more than what he feels he is. So, you know, he's 12, maybe he feels like he does not matter in the world. He needs to feel more that way. So sometimes what you can do, I often recommend that thing. It's not always easy to do, but you can do equine therapy, you know, like children or teenagers can be around horses and like it can help them to feel more like responsible and, you know, it can develop them very much, but you'll always have horses everywhere, you know, so it's not always accessible. But he needs to do something where he feels like he has more, that he's more of a person. He exists more, he represents more. That's what I felt. But I'm going to pick some cards today and see what you can do, what would be the secret, the recipe for you to make it work, really. I have to remind you, all of you as well, that if you want a personal reading as well, I do, of course, personal session where we can really take a lot of time. And it's private, but let me see what we can see for you and for your son. What could you do to make it better? Okay, so your son, what would be? I think he's waiting for some kind of revelation. He's waiting to be revealed to the world, exposed, you know? So I feel there's something like that. Once again, he wants to exist. So sometimes as well, what I can, there's Thomas, hello Thomas, who's entering the room. Sometimes, you know, what happens to teenagers and to people in general, they want to see, they want to be seen, they want people to see, okay, he exists, you know, he's real. So maybe he wants to do something a little bit artistic, or, you know, some kind of group where he can be either sports or, you know, singing, or, you know, but he needs something more fun. I feel there's a lack of creativity. He feels like everything is so strict and so difficult. He needs something like an outlet where he can express himself. You talked about the piano. I don't know if he's good at piano, but something fun where he can really express himself and people can say, wow, did you hear his music? Or did you see him play soccer or whatever he's doing, you know? But he needs to be seen. He needs to be seen. Actually, that's a lot of teenagers right now are that way anyway. They need to be seen, they need to exist. It's so hard to represent anything because there's so many people in the world right now and everywhere, everybody's talking. And so it's hard to be unique and to be seen for who you are, not just a number. He feels that way. He's too much of a number. He's just like, he doesn't stand out. He needs to stand out. Or maybe you can also tell him, you know, you're very special because of this and that and that. I can see what you just did and that's really amazing. Nobody else can do that but you. He needs to hear that kind of thing and gain more self-confidence that way, you know? So I feel that's what you can do for him. You can also select some, you know, classes where teenagers or people can develop, you know, their ability to feel like they exist. Yeah, it's very much about that, you know? Maybe someone else can help for that. Absolutely, you know? I hope that answers your question. You know, it's either you or someone else that can find a way to empower him, you know, to make him exist more.
Okay, thank you.
He needs to feel like, you know, the connection with money, he needs to feel like he's $1 million, not $10. No, sometimes people do not feel that way, you know, and no matter what they have, some people don't feel like they're worth, you know, they don't feel that way. So, yeah. That's what you need to give me. But I don't feel that it's a disaster, you know? It can be done as long as you push the right button, you know, and you do the right thing.
Okay, thank you.
All right. You're very welcome. Let me see a little bit what is coming on. Okay, there's Jean-Simon from Paris. Jean-Simon, you can ask questions if you want, and you speak English, I know, because you go to Miami and you travel the world all the time. There's Alberto as well. Alberto, by the way, if you want to ask any question, when you came here for the roof that was leaking, you asked me if I was doing YouTubing and stuff. So now you're watching. If you want to ask any question about, you know, tarot, you're welcome. I see you on the Facebook watching, so you can just type in your question and ask anything you want. And so it's Sunday, every Sunday, RTW at Tower Live. People can ask questions about love, work, money, about their family. Someone asked me that we're going to live long, they're going to live very old, you need. So that's good for you. We have questions about work, love, relationships, everything. So you are very welcome asking questions and joining the meeting. And now what is happening? Okay, there's nothing happening on Facebook Live right now. Nobody's asking any questions. So if any of you out there want to ask me a question right now, you're very welcome. Han, Unid, Jan, Gabriela, the friend Marcelo. You can ask another question if you want, and I'll be very happy to respond to it.
Could I ask a question?
Oh,
Hello?
no, sorry, I forgot you. I didn't see you, Thomas. No, sorry, Thomas, ask me your question. Welcome from Ireland, right?
Yes, yes.
All right, cool.
Yeah, I just like to ask a question around work again.
Yes.
Do you see anything, any change or anything coming my way? I had the interview, but I'm unsure how it went. So either that, or is there some other line, some other kind of work, new work coming my way? So yeah.
Okay, let me see a little bit what would be, you know, I want to pick a crystal card and see what the crystal card wants to say about you in the work. I don't know why I don't see your window. Oh yeah, no, I see you here. I want to see what the crystal card want to say. What would be the advice? What do you need to change, you know, work-wise or in your approach to finding work? So that's what they want to say. So I'm shuffling the crystal cards. Learning, you know, they might be, because this card is coming up, it might be that you're liking something, you haven't completed or finished some training you did, you might want to expand it a little bit. So I don't know exactly which field you are in, but you might need some extra learning. Maybe something is missing in the package. But I feel that someone can teach you. I feel there's someone that you like very much. I don't know, there's someone, some teacher, some mentor, but they're a little more than that. There's a person that likes you very much that can really help you to learn that.
Okay. Okay.
So that's the message I have. And also what I want to say is, it has nothing to do, but you need to love yourself more. It's very much about, you know, it needs to be like, yeah, you need to love yourself more. That will, people will see that in the outside world. When you go for apply for a job, you will sell yourself better. So there's something about that, about how you, what you think. Once again, it's a little bit like Jan's song, being more, you know, more aware of what you're worth, you know, your self-worth, that you actually are amazing, and then you can do whatever job you do, whatever job you want. You can sell yourself anywhere. People will like it because they will really resonate with what comes from you, you know. But in the time being, I see you learning more. You need a new module or new thing that you need to add. That's probably what is blocking you from getting the job of your dream right now. Or, you know, there's so much choice in people at the moment in the world for many jobs. There's probably a few jobs that doesn't have a lot of candidates, but there's so much choice right now that you have to really, you know, if there's something you're not sure about, you need to learn it and add it to your tools, if I may say, because they have too much choice, you know. And anyone, especially right now with work from internet and stuff, people can be in their home in like China, in India, in America, wherever, and apply for a job right now. So the competition now is huge. Something is really shifting. So, you know, and everyone can learn right now anything by clicking a button and being in Harvard University online or whatever. So anyone can learn anything by paying a few dollars. I'm exaggerating, but it's almost like that. So the competition is absolutely crazy right now. And in your situation, I feel there's something that could be improved. You can learn a little more.
That's I'm starting a course in 3 weeks, so I have that as well, and it's in the.
Let me see what is going to happen then in the future. Yes, I feel that will bring you opportunities very much. And once again, remember that I feel that what you need to be doing is something, you know, you need to listen to who you are and how you feel. And the job that you applied for, you know, like recently this week, the people were a little bit conservative. It's very hard to try to play, you know, who you are.
They're putting trick questions. There's trick questions.
There's trick questions.
No, tricky, hidden questions. Yeah, one of them, there was 2 people. One was like a trick question. The other guy was nice and kind of upfront, but one of them, it wasn't.
And be careful, because the nice and upfront might be the liar. You know, you never know in this kind of job. You never really know exactly what's going on. You know, so yeah, I feel that it's important as well for you to reconnect with really who you are and find a job that is really connected to your feelings and how, you know, something has to feel right somehow. It's not just a job. It's something that reflects who you are. So that's why these people are a little bit conservative, I find, and a bit not really thinking outside of the box. They were very, you know, I just a little bit like banking, you know, I don't know, but it's kind of like 1 + 1 is a calendar and a date, and 5 o'clock is finished, you know. It was very much that way. I don't think you resonate so much with that way of thinking. So you can fit by lying a little bit, but that is a moment when you're surrounded by people that are so different from you and so kind of like, you know, conservative, that you might want to shoot yourself anyway. So even if you don't get it, maybe it's better, because it shows you that you need to find something that's more like you, you know? So I think that's what it was.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, maybe I'll hear back from them next week, but I don't think I'll even take it if I do get accepted, you know, because of that.
Yeah, I feel that we're really difficult. Let me see. No, you're gonna get it. Yeah. No, I think that I don't feel that you're gonna get it. I feel that you cannot generate enough money for them if they take you.
Okay.
They've been analyzing you penny by penny. You know, whatever you said, whatever you expressed, it's like, you know, do you know what I mean? They had a way to really compare, okay, how much is it going to generate for us according to what he's telling us and how he fits in the, you get what I'm saying? That's how strict and how weird their way of selecting someone was. It had nothing to do with who you are. It's like, okay, you know, it's almost a computer selecting, okay, you know? And that's their issue, I find. You cannot, they don't see you generating enough money for them, or bringing an added value that's big enough for them to buy. That's what they feel. So maybe that's why the learning comes in, and where maybe you want to add that module that could be good for you, and say, you know, next time, because I can also have that and that and that and that and that. And with all these modules, that's what you can get from me, basically, because they don't care about you. They care about what you can deliver.
Yeah, the skill.
So if you think about it that way, you know, it could facilitate, you know, because it's quite, their way to select was very clear. And it's not about who you are, how you feel, and it has nothing to do with that. In that one case, for that kind of job, it was really a computer that's selecting and choosing, kind of. So if you don't fit,
it was,
it
was kind of like that. And I'm like, yeah, okay, just, I know it's not a good fit, you know, so I'll go with other options that I have.
Yeah, because, you know, there's a lot of jobs anyway. They take you in the moment, and then you will see if you don't like it, then it will be a waste of time, because, you know, they might not renew the trial, or, you know, you might just wait a month. It's better to actually, you know, start focusing on what's right for you, and make sure. You know, that's what I feel. So don't feel sad. I'm sure there will be something. There's Andre watching us from Canada in French, but I'm sure he speaks English as well, because everyone in Canada speaks French and English, or they're supposed to, or they should. There's Mononita Das, who's watching too. I don't know where she's from, but thank you for watching. Ask your question on Facebook. You could type it in. You could watch me talking, but you could also write a question. This is your chance, your opportunity to see what the tarot has to say. The tarot never lies. It always says the truth, because the information comes from beyond, from another dimension. It's real, and it always says the truth. So now is your chance to ask a question about love, work, money, destiny. Is your neighbor lying to you? Is your lover loving you? Is your banker a bitch? You can ask me and I will tell you. And Jan is showing her arm, her hand. So she has a question. Go on.
Yeah, I always have lots of questions.
I know. You're welcome. That's what.
So you were very right about very first time I asked you about my book.
Right.
And you said that someone's trying to censor me.
Yes.
So I'm sure they are, because of the Chinese government.
Yes.
So I was wondering exactly how much trouble am I in, and if I should write my second book, like what will be the consequences?
I understand. So let me see. Let me just think. All right. So let me see. You know what? I want to pick a crystal card for that, because it's serious, and I don't want to give you. You know, I want to really, really, really tap into. So let me see for the second book what the card wants to tell us. It's two things. It's two-sided, you know. On one side, you should release it because it needs to be released and the world needs to see anyway. So it's a good thing you make it. But at the same time, they will respond as, how can I explain it? You know what I mean? Whatever you write in your book, they will respond equally. So let's say if you say whatever government is crap, the government is going to respond like, are you kidding us? This is what you get for telling we're crap. You know, so I don't know how you're writing your things, but it will be proportionate to what you're saying or what you're revealing. So be very careful in how you reveal it. Maybe, I don't know if you finished writing it or something, but you really want to use a lot of metaphors more than saying clack, clack, clack. This is a fact. I saw this. I'm writing, you know, if you go at this address, you will see that they're all liars. No. I feel that maybe at this address, something not great is happening, but I'm not sure. It needs to be a little more like that, you know. I don't know, once again, what your book is about exactly, but I guess there are facts that are real and it's not fiction. So it will be equal, proportionate. So I think in the style of writing, you want to be maybe a little bit less precise, but make sure that the people that are reading it will really get what you're talking about, but that it's not too obvious, but still. So it's maybe a different style of writing or a different way of expressing what you're talking about, but maybe be less precise in who you're talking about or what you're expressing. You need to, leave room for not ambiguity, but, you know, like If you're too obvious, you could have trouble. Yeah, let me see. I feel they will do something. They could really ban it, you know? They could burn it, like they could really ban it. If they feel like it's a real threat, it could be really completely, you know, they could put it out of the shelves, you know, like really, or that's, oh yeah, or ban you. Let me see.
Yeah, ban me. I'm worried. They'll ban the book. I'm worried about me. The book is banned already.
Let me see. No, I think you can make it. You can make it work. I don't feel that they're going to do something too bad to you. What they could do though is to, if there's any kind of funding or something, they could. That's how they would act on you, stopping any funding you have or wherever you're getting money from, or if there's taxes or whatever, you might have to pay more. They would attack you on that level. Whatever possessions you have, and not. I don't feel that it would attack you directly, but they would attack your money. Or maybe you the income you're getting from it or whatever. They might take that money or super tax you on something you're not supposed to pay. I think it would be more a money thing, you know. They would tax you that way. They would, yeah, you, whatever money you're getting, I feel that's what they could take. They could take money from you, lots. I mean, that's what they were. That's their way of reacting. I don't feel prison or things like that. I feel more like taking your money, yeah. So be careful where you put your money as well.
Okay,
No.
yeah, that makes a lot of sense to me, actually.
I want to put in other places, yeah, or whatever, but yeah. Put your money somewhere else, because that's jeopardy, the money.
That makes a lot of sense. I hate to say it.
The what?
I said it makes a lot of sense. I hate to say it.
Yeah. Yeah, but also there can be a way to, you know, earn income from other countries by selling the books, you know, and then limit it there and then whatever, you know. But anyway, you know better, and that's maybe a little bit private to talk live. But I feel, yes, that's what would happen. But I don't feel that they want to kill you or whatever. I don't feel that way. But the money, yes. Any funding, any job, any money, they could block you, and then that would stop you from writing, I guess, you know, if you can't sustain your, you know what I mean, your art and what you're doing, then you got to work and to get the money, you know, to survive. So yeah, so that's what I would say. Yes, but it's good you release it still. Yeah, but you might want to change a few things in it that are too obvious to everyone, because then there might not be a third one.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
All right.
Thank you.
All right, I hope that responds to your question. Let me see, Veronica Medina is watching as well. Thank you for watching. I don't know where you're watching from. You can ask a question as well, or just watch me moving around and responding to the question. You can also follow me on my YouTube, on my Instagram, on my Facebook, on my Twitter. Follow me so you will know every time I'm online, and you know, so you can come back and ask more questions when you're ready for it. There is Simran as well from, I don't know where, but who's watching me. So thank you for watching. It's great to be connected to people all around the world. It feels like a big family. And I am the world's medium because I know people around the world, because I travel and I like all the cultures and all the different ways people have to see things and all the different questions and questions. If anybody else has a question right here on Zoom, because it's easier. I see you all in front of me. You can ask. I see Hannah on the side. I see Judith, who is going to live forever. I see Jan, who's a super writer. I see Gabriela, actually her friends, Marcelo, in the kitchen. Bring me something to eat, please. So if anybody has a question, you can ask me more, and I would be very happy to answer. Hello?
Yes.
Yes. Do you want to ask me something?
Yes. Will my new song be a hit?
Can you say that again?
My new song. I've written a song. It's coming out tomorrow. What can I expect?
All right. Let me see. What is this song gonna bring? And I'm gonna use the Tsar Tarot, the Tarot of the Tsar. It's gold, and I like it. I'm just gonna show you. You know this one. I really like it. It's like this image from Russia. It's like Orthodox kind of visuals. And it's gold and red, so I really like it. So I'm going to do this one for you, because we're talking about art, we're talking about music, and let's see what this song is going to bring, generate. Is it going to be a success? Is it going to be amazing? So let's see what the Tarot of the Tsar has to say. All right, so let me see. So, at first, people might judge it. You know, it might be a little bit like, oh, what is this? I think it's a little bit different from what people are used to see. And I don't know, the lyrics might be a little bit not shocking, but I feel there's something about the lyrics that might be a little bit not disturbing, but like I feel you're maybe criticizing things or saying things that people might be a little bit shocked about. But then I feel there will be a good response to it when people overcome that. So I feel that it's a bit edgy, this song. It's a little bit different. Yeah. So I feel at first people might think, what is this? And then people are going to like it. So maybe the packaging or something, or the visual that goes with it needs to be a certain way, so it will counterbalance the impression people get, you know, when they hear it. Maybe there's something about the visuals that might be a little more accessible, a little more soft. I don't know. That's what I would say. So people would get it a little more, welcome it with their heart, if I may say.
Okay, I will think about that. The lyrics I don't get, but that is different. That's true. Yeah.
Yeah, the visual could be a little more, you know, I don't know if sugar coated means anything in that sense, but it needs to be more soft, you know, a little more, yeah, in that way. I feel.
Okay.
That's about the song.
Okay, cool.
All right. By the way, I'd love to hear it. You know, so whenever you're ready, send me or something on private or something. I would love to hear the song that you create. It's always very interesting, you know.
Yeah, I will
do
that. Yeah.
All right, sounds great. Okay, we're getting close to the end of this RTWM Tarot Live. So someone is telling me on Facebook, we have Christophe from Paris. Christophe Bonneau, do you have a question you can ask on the Facebook? There's Melida as well. Sorry, Melina Macias. I don't know where she's watching from, but you can ask a question before we end in 3 or 4 minutes. Right, okay. Anyway, people are watching, which is great. Anybody has a question before I disconnect everything and I go to the beach? All right, I see your hand, Judy. Ask me.
Okay, a very quick question. With this guy, with this guy, there is some. It is worthy to do something with him. I mean, probably not in terms of love, because I think he's really crazy. But you know, it's really worthy to cut like this, or to, you know, because I think there are some other sides of him that maybe, you know, I can benefit from, right? I mean, both of us, not necessarily, you know, to get into something like a deep in terms of love or whatever, but you know, what do you think about that?
Are we talking about the person we talked about last week? Like this?
Yes.
It was a little bit complicated. No,
but now I know more than we have met for only 1 week, you know, and now
I know.
A bit more.
I just wanted to know if it was the same, so that's why.
Oh yeah, it's the same.
So your question is there anything to get positive to get from this relationship?
Yes.
With him?
Yes.
Anything? Okay, let me see if there's something positive. Well, you know, first of all, what I want to say is that it's always interesting anyway to have a relationship with people. You know, you can discover yourself, they can discover themselves, yes, crazy or not, it doesn't matter. But it's always, you know, there's always a reason for you to meet someone and to know things about you.
But if you get involved, you know, that might be a problem. Too much involved with a
absolutely
crazy person.
Yes, that's kind of what I saw last time. But let me see a little bit. Is there something positive about it? And you know what? I'm going to get a crystal card for that to see a little bit what the cards want to say. So, is there anything positive about it? Yes, it's about the positivity in this relationship. You know, the card that comes up is the Mother Earth. So the Mother Earth is nourishing you. It provides everything. So maybe you can help each other to learn what each other needs for themselves, you know. That's what you can understand. Maybe if he's a psycho, if it's a little bit complicated, maybe it's because he's lacking something that he needs. And maybe if you are with him, it's because you are lacking something, you need something, and you're trying to find it, you know, maybe through this relationship, even if it's very new. So you can, this connection you have with him can help the both of you to determine what it is that you need. 15 hours. Sorry, my computer's talking. It helps both of you see exactly what it is you need for each one of you. You might need, I don't know, more attention, or he might need more guidance because he didn't have, you know, when he grew up. And he needs both of you. That's what it can help you with, to see what you both need, what you both are lacking.
Mm-hmm.
That's kind of the answer. That's a positive aspect of your relationship.
Thank you so much.
For both of you to understand that. But just be careful, as what I said last week. It's, you know what I mean? Yeah. Do not forget that part. And you're not here to bring everything that they are lacking. And they're not here to bring everything you're lacking either. But both of you can determine what it is that you're lacking, you know, in your life, in your vibe, you know, by being together.
Yeah. We are no healers, but yes, we can help each other to.
Actually, it's helping yourself.
Yeah, yourself.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So it's not you bringing everything he needs or him bringing everything that you need.
Everyone.
Keep understanding what he's liking, what he needs, and you understand what you need. And this relationship helps you discovering that what both of you needed, you know, for yourselves.
You help the other to help himself, and vice versa. Yeah.
Yes, absolutely, yes. All right, so we're getting at the end. Thank you. You're very welcome, Unit. It's great to see you every week, by the way. You know, it's great to see people coming back because it feels like there's a continuity and makes me feel comfortable as well to see the same people. It's fun. I like it. I'm looking forward to it every Sunday. I remind everyone that you can also do private readings with me. And please follow me on YouTube so I can be very famous and do more of that. I have a lot of followers. It's actually on the side, whatever, here. No, I don't know. Anyway, the picture is flipped. But yes, if you could, yes, it's like that. Yeah, exactly. It's like driving. It's like driving in England. All right. So you have a great week, and thank you very much for watching. And I will see you maybe next Sunday. And have a wonderful weekend. Thank you. Bye.
Thank you so much. Bye bye.
Thank you very much. Bye. See you soon.